think there are videos that I have that I don't have a ring on.
There are.
Yo, you said that in Ghana, you're like, I've seen. You don't wear a ring when you make videos. Okay. And oh, my hair looks gorgeous though.
One of us recording together that we have too much fun and we lose track of time.
No, we're gonna be serious.
Okay. Sure.
And my fetching's already gonna pick up.
Please fetch us.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Zandile Rakudu and this is my handsome husband, Penyo Rakudu.
I can't introduce myself, by the way.
Oh, askisi, sorry. My name is Zandile Rakudu, sir.
Penyo Rakudu.
That's it. Here I'm thinking of like Penyo Rakudu, wako rastindeki, wada.
No, not me.
Okay, sorry. Alright, so as introductions have been said, I'm Zandile, this is my husband, I'm his wife. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about how we knew that we were each other's the one, right? The first time I realized that actually I like this guy, not even I like him, but rather I really think that this is my husband. And the first time he felt like, okay, this is my wife. Yeah?
Sure.
So it's going to be short and sweet. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some golden nuggets in there that can help you in determining whether the one that you're with is the one. Or no shade. Or if you are still, trying to date or see someone and you finally do meet someone or whatever, that you can use maybe what we talk about as a way to determine if this is the person that you think you see the rest of your life with. Because the rest of your life is a long time to be with someone that you don't see yourself with forever.
Very long time.
Very long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
If you think about time, just think about how long it's been since the World Cup in South Africa. Now you're going to be with that person longer than that.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. And what if someone doesn't know when the World Cup was?
2010. And if you don't remember, too young to be thinking about this topic. Give it a few more years.
Someone actually might have been born that year and they're 15. That's
Jeez.
No, 10.
No,
15.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's insane.
It's bonkers.
Okay, we're getting so off track. Okay, so I'm gonna have you talk first.
Really? Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because I feel like it took me long to realize, but rather it took me long to realize what I prayed for.
I'll do this first.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about the prayer I made before getting off dating.
Okay.
And then refer back to the first time we met, the official first time we met.
Okay.
And then you're gonna talk again.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll finish off.
Right.
Is that fine?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna try and keep this very short. I can talk a lot because I tend to
I won't say the word because then I'm gonna sound like I'm saying that's what you do.
No, please help me with the word.
Nope.
I baby.
Smart husband.
No. Stand up.
The word has something to do with ramble.
Isn't it ramble?
Yeah.
I tend to ramble a lot.
Ramble. Or get a ramble. The word has something to do with ramble.
You said ramble.
No. I was trying to say it. No, I said ramble.
It's fine. You see, the actual thing that you wanted to say actually came out, and you thought you said ramble.
I see this English. What's like a ramble?
No, man.
It sounds like ramble.
Ramble, yes.
Alright, cool. Cool.
Okay. If you heard what he said, please let me know. Because subtitles are
Of course,
YouTube.
it's gonna say ramble, obviously.
Anyway, you see now we both rambling.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, so the year was okay, but on a serious note though, but like for real, I think it was we met 2014. Yes, 2014. So 20 minus 4 is 2010. 2010. Yes, 2010. Obviously, after a bad breakup, and I thought, yo, my goodness, my life is over because, 20-year-old, what do you know? And I remember making a prayer, and I'm really grateful that I did make this prayer. But I prayed to God, and I was like, Lord, I don't want to date anymore. And I honestly am done with dating. And then next thing you know, the person is down the line, you realize that actually, no, you're not the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, etc., etc., etc. So as I was praying, then I said, the one thing that I prayed for, and I was like, Lord, I'm going to need a sign. You know how in Jumping the Broom, the lady prays and says, Lord, I'm going to need you to give me a sign, and literally let it hit me in the face, and then she goes and hits the guy with the car. I sort of kind of prayed something similar, but not that I'm going to hit anyone with the car, but rather that the first time I meet this person, there'll just be something different about him. He'll be different from what I am used to. And that's how I will know that this is the one for me, or this is my husband. Because in the prayer, I was saying that I don't want to date for monade. I actually want to date to marry. And in that, I want to honor God in how I conduct myself in the relationship, and that the relationship itself will actually be honoring to God. And in case you have not noted yet, we are Christian, and our marriage is definitely and very much centered around the Bible values, and also, centered around God and Jesus. And we are very much led by the Holy Spirit in how we even relate to one another. I'm not speaking on behalf of my husband, but that's really how it is.
Hopefully that's the case.
Yes, exactly. So yes, that was the prayer. Obviously, that's just the short part of it, but that was the prayer. The most important thing that I need you to note in that was, one, that I don't want to date for fun, I want to date for marriage. Two, it was that when I meet him, there'll just be something about him that says, this is the one, because there'll be something different about him. Now, fast forward to 2014, when we first met, when we were introduced officially, which, by the way, you have seen in the vlog that he finally came to a point where he was like, oh, actually, yes, you were right, there were no introductions, and yes, we were actually at that place that you said we were at. So, vindication. And yeah, okay, you know what, it's fine, we're not talking about how we met. So, when we met and we were introduced, if you remember, I said that he wasn't dismissive or anything like that. He definitely wasn't dismissive, but he was very, not aloof, I want to say nonchalant. Yeah, I think he was... Yeah, I'd say he was nonchalant in the sense of he wasn't like taken by like, oh my goodness, it's a new girl, woo, let me see if I can conquer, type of thing. He was just like, oh, okay, I see you, girl, hi, but I'm busy with something, and in the moment, obviously, I was like, how dare you? You better greet me properly.
You just hit me now. Wild like that. It's because I knew you.
From where?
From the morning.
The supposed first meeting.
Hey, just hit me. That's why I was there's that girl.
No, that's not why.
Just hit me now. Because I knew you.
Sure. Okay.
There we go. Mystery solved.
Okay. Well, anyway, I think that was just God's way of saying to me, knock, knock, knock. Hello, this is the guy. But anyway, so at the time, like I'm saying, I didn't notice it. How funny. I prayed and said, God, this will be how I know he's the one. But in the moment, I was just like, yeah, whatever. This guy, you don't deserve my time. But fast forward to What?
Hectic.
Hey, you don't deserve my time because you're not giving me your time. So why should I give you my time?
Fair play.
And that's how you should be. If a person doesn't give you their time, don't give them your time, because then you're out here prioritizing someone who doesn't prioritize you. What's the point of that? And especially if you're a lady and you're chasing after a guy, let me tell you, you're going to chase that guy for the rest of your life. Even in your marriage, you'll be the one who's doing all the chasing. And when he finally sees someone that he wants to chase, he's going to chase that person. So don't go chasing after a guy. I'm sorry. And by that I mean, like, don't be the one to pursue a man.
No, I get you.
In the sense of skamushela. Or don't be the my love is strong enough for the both of us type of situation, you know. I mean, I'd like to think that I do pursue you in our marriage the same way that you pursue me. Maybe you pursue me more than I pursue you, but I'd like to think that there's still that pursuit in our relationship. The same way we are always pursuing God, and our relationship with God should be the same way that we relate as well. So I'd like to think that there is a level of pursuit that I, you know.
Marriage should be like Formula One. Yep, that's it. Yep.
What is that analogy?
Because pursuing.
What?
One is pursuing the other.
No, I mean, I get it, but I'm just trying to think. They're not pursuing
We digress.
Okay, yeah, but they're not pursuing each other. They're pursuing the championship. Okay. But anyway, so I think this was kind of, when did I tell you this? Was it after we got engaged or after we got married that I said, I was like, oh my soul, I just realized now that after engagement, that I was like, that's the thing that I prayed for. What I prayed for, and I said, God, please show me, or let him be different. And he was different in the sense that he wasn't consumed by my beauty, or consumed by my body, or consumed by whatever it is that usually consumes guys or whatever. And I mean, it's even crazy that the first thing he saw and he was like, oh, okay, attractive girl, was my eyebrows, which there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, so then, so that was the thing. Like, okay, so then that's what it was for me, that I realized that, that's what I prayed for. And I said, God, can you please make sure that this person is different from other guys, that I may be able to realize that or notice that. Obviously, I didn't notice at the time because I was too consumed in my own things. But he was different from other guys in the sense that everyone was like, oh, hey, Zandi. And I'm not saying that they were, you know, like, oh, hot girl or anything like that. But it was what I was used to. How people tend to be like, or how guys would be when they first meet me, you know. But he was more chilled and laid back in how he, I don't want to say welcomed me, but yeah, how he received me, I guess. I don't know. But for me, when I was reflecting on it or thinking back on it, I realized that was actually a standout thing that I never have ever gotten from any guy. And so this was, and again, not because I was used to every guy being interested in me, because that's not true, but just the way that they would be, you know. He was more like, nah, okay, sharp, I see you, mara, hey, it is what it is. But best believe, when he was pursuing, or he made it known, that girl. Anyway. So it's your turn, sir.
First of all, for me, it's not as spiritual in the first place. Initially, in the shallow waters. So we met, right? And then I saw you again when you were being introduced. And then we developed a friendship from there, right? Very important. We developed a friendship from there. Okay. Then over the coming months, you know, we were just friends. Rather, actually, over the following year, yes, us being friends. showed me a lot of things. Right? So first of all, she came into my life when I was in a very, very weird space of my life. And not weird like bad weird, but like self-discovery, understanding, and then transitioning, from one phase of life into another.
I mean, it was before 25. A lot of us are going through many things like that age. Yeah.
So all that to say that I wouldn't say. I think I had my head on like this way, not fully straight. It was a bit like this. I get it about he has the straight head on their shoulders.
Yeah.
So I think my head was a bit like this.
Skewed a bit.
Okay, like this. Not good. You're not skewed. You're like this. Yeah. So then she came along, and we were being good friends. Now, in this friendship, one thing that really stuck out that I'll never forget, that was like a big, what do they call them? They call them green flags.
Yeah, green flags, red flags, beige flag.
Beige, really? Yo. It was, I remember I said it to her. It hit me, I still remember when that realization hit me. I was in my room at the place I used to stay at, and it was in the evening. I think I just come from the gym. I don't know what we're talking about on WhatsApp. We're chatting. And then it hit me. I was like, wait, I can be myself around this girl. Like, I can really, really, really be myself. Like, no reservations. And it hit me that I have not put up a single front throughout the whole time, Okay there. I hadn't put up a front at all, And why? Because friendship. So friendship was very important. So okay.
Why am I crying? I'm
so surprised.
Okay. You're able to be yourself around me.
So that realization hit me like wow, okay. And that's when it really hit me. Okay. Actually, I was in denial for the longest time.
Both of us.
Yeah. I don't know how to. Maybe someone who's watching has been through that, where you're really, really good friends with someone, and it's like we're really good friends, but that's it. But but that's it. But so after that, I was like, okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's put this vehicle into gear. All right, the engine was started. It's been idling. Let's put it into first gear.
Oh my soul.
Yes. And I put it into first gear. Yeah. Then the vehicle started moving.
Okay, but what was the thing what happened that made you in that moment realize, wait a minute, I've never been...
Okay. Up to that point, like I said, I was, I was in a really interesting time of my life. Okay. Now, throughout my young adult life, without realizing it, I always adapted to circumstances and to people and to situations and to environments. I was always adapting. I guess that's why it's on my CV.
Oh my gosh.
Adaptable.
What a dad joke.
Yeah, my prime.
That's funny.
So.
Okay.
So I hadn't realized that, but up until that point, that I was always being very adaptable, and that was actually very exhausting, because now in this instance, you are this person to adapt to this situation. In that instance, you are that person to adapt to that situation. And not to say that you're being fake, but you are
only allowing a certain amount of
only
yourself.
yes, only allowing a certain portion of yourself to come to the fore. You know, without even realizing it. I think that's why that thing is so crazy, because you don't see it. You don't see it until it hits you. So and then one day it hit me, and I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's new, and that's very important. And this is just this is the major thing, one of the major surface things that happened, but also quite a few other minor things, that contributed to that building up to that moment. Remember the story where I told you that perhaps I had a slight amount of road rage many years ago, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Then there was an incident, and no, okay, there was a incident loading, a moment, and and she just spoke a few words to me, and I was like, okay, and it made me feel a different type of way, and so many moments like that leading up to that other moment that I spoke about, right? Okay, so that's a surface moment that hit me. Now, to go deeper, I was in the school of thought once upon a time that God chooses your partner for you. I was in that school of thought, and the thought that, and everyone has their own opinions and their own train of thought. I'm just expressing my view. But right now, this is the one God said, is for you.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I was. So then I think it seems shallow, but it hit me actually quite deep, right? That God gives us free will. And in that free will, we are supposed to pursue God's will for our lives. And in pursuing God's will for our lives, we will pursue everything that is aligned to God's will for our lives, right?
True.
Yeah. So it's not that God dropped my wife out of the sky and said, "There's your wife," right? Yeah, and then there's your wife. You must marry this one. No, God gave me free will, and it was my decision to make, to be like, okay, I like what the Lord is cooking for me, and actively work on that. So that is the deeper aspect of it. It was shallow waters that went into the deeper waters. So to summarize, how did I know? One, I was able to be myself, fully be myself. And two, learning that God's plan for my life is, part of it is free will. And of course that free will is aligned to God. Yeah, brother, that is definitely aligned to God. Let's believe. Funny story, actually. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but that the whole, kind of, what do they call it? Tick box exercise thing.
I know what that is. Checklist. Oh, okay.
I think you can go there. Okay. So that's about it. The deep, shallow waters going to the deep waters.
Take me to the deep.
Yes.
I don't want the shallow water. I just want to be where you want me to be. Lord, where you are, draw me in and pull me closer. I just want to be.
Are we even on time? Are we even on the right tempo?
Hey man, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me it was all deep. It was all deep waters. It was all spiritual. Okay, no, I'm lying. The one part was, like he said, the thing of being able to be fully yourself. The first trip that we took to Bloemfontein together, quite literally, I was so comfortable with him. Remember, yes, we had been speaking on WhatsApp, but not to the extent of me sharing so many deep things about my life with him.
So essentially the first time we hung out.
Yeah, in your car on the way to Bloem. So I told him everything about myself, essentially.
Oh, yes.
My relationships, my struggles, why I'm where I am and where I want to go, all these things. And if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's not that easy for me to just open up about everything, my struggles and all these things. And not because of I'm a closed book or anything like that, but more so that I always feel like I don't want to burden people. And so because of that, Hadidas, ne? And so because of that, I choose to what? What?
Hadidas.
What?
Hadidas.
Yes.
So I'm laughing at how you said Hadidas.
I can't keep work as black girl.
Okay, so let me get Adidas.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
He is awake.
So I was able to just everything. And for me, that was a flag. Not a red flag. I don't know if I would say green flag, but it was just a flag to say, hey, or rather it was a wake up, hey, realize, notice, you see this is something. And since then, there's never been a time where I was unable to just go to him and say, hey, listen, this is what's happening. What do you think about this? Every time I'd go to him about something, he would always be ready to listen and always ready to give advice. Of course, he was, as any other man, when you come with this is what's happening, and immediately solution. It's like, wait with the solutions. But in that time, because we were friends, it was welcomed. And so that was one of the things. And then an outer thing was a friend of mine saying to me, well, he asked at first, because it was the first time he was meeting him, and he's like, I think you had left. Yes, he had left. And then he's like, are you guys dating? I'm like, no, we're not dating, we're just friends. Are you sure? Yes, why? Now that guy's into you. I'm like, why would you say that? He's like, no, who comes back from a different country and comes back and says, no, I was just in the neighborhood to come in, and so I thought to come and say hi. A neighborhood, a neighborhood that's so far away from where you live. He's like, no nigga's doing that for nothing. That guy's into you. And that never left me, but I just thought in my head, I'm like, he's just saying that. But it never left me, right? It was always there. And because of that, I would always see the small intentional things that he would do as my friend. But it were things that you would actually expect from someone that is, your partner, your husband, etc., etc., etc. And then now on the deeper side of things, the spiritual things, I actually prayed about it. I was like, Lord, listen, I don't want to find myself in that place again, 2010, where I thought a person was my husband. Guarantee there's no such thing. And so I need you to I need a word from you about this. And I remember praying about it, and I was like, I don't want to make the same mistakes, because I know I can fall into certain habits, or I can fall into certain things thinking that it's the right path, right? So praying, literally God answered my prayers, and he gave me a scripture, and that scripture is like, for me, it's the foundation of our relationship. And the third thing was that I had written a list. You know, most ladies, we all have a list. I had written a list, and I was like, this is what I want in a man. And years later, I found the journal. When I looked at the list, I was like, oh my goodness, he actually meets all of them. There's nothing that it was like, oh, okay, I compromise nowhere. He meets all of them. And also just the heart that he has, the heart that he has for serving. Sometimes I can be like, oh, I want to stay home. But and I think it's something that we've always said, and even we always say this as well to our friends, and he always says it actually. The thing of our household is a house that will always serve God, because in our serving, in as much as this we're introduced by a friend, but in our serving we found each other, and in our serving so many things were made possible for us to be where we are today. And so, yeah.
Preach it. Go deeper, woman of God. Prophetess. That trigger.
Yes, don't start with that.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope
Might go deeper next time.
Yeah, so
comment if they must go deeper.
But yes, thank you so much. I hope that there's some nuggets that you were able to catch and take that can help you in your journey of finding a partner that will help you pursue or who will be your helpmate in this walk of life. Helpmate both from male, female, and you guys are, pursuing God together. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button. Please comment again. Hi. Hey girl. I see pennies, whatever, guys. Please, anything. But anyways, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video, where we will be talking about how he proposed.
Yeah, yes. I'm joking.
Here I talk. How he proposed. I think maybe we'll just talk a little bit about our relationship, our courting into proposing, and then we can, then we'll do the last one, which will be how we got married. And second, the next video, you're the one who's going to do the most talking, because we're now the engagement.
Okay. The goods.
All right, guys. Bye, guys.